done this before. Drown out my problems, let me. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Play action, it's Rodgers. And some room to roam now. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Under 10, 10. Check 26, check 26. Check 37, check 37.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. On 3rd and 1, Wilson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. go special. I'll go special. Check 99.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson, flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
They had one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell me, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll go screen here to Hunt. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. It's Hill, complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 10 yards out, and the Colts have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know that field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards.
14.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And they're going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyreek Hill, 84 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, thought, hey, we'll put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. And he'll give it here to his running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now it's Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only do they allow the cut, got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later, not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers throwing again. Now they go screen. It's complete. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have...
Touchdown, Chicago! Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Rodgers now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. Now a signal in the timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Escaping the pressure. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. There's Wilson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. One heck of a 3rd down conversion, 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Hunt. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 63 yards. Wilson. His pass caught with the 4. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 13 yards out, and the Bears get a bit closer. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say, run the football, you've got the lead. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 16. A minute 47 on the clock. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for two. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? You get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run again with Hunt. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check your hot read. Zebra, zebra. Check the backer, check the backer. guys, listen. SOS.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, now a desperation throw deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. This time, the extra point up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong.